Now in this video we are going to do a solved example. Now we are given with a uniformly charged shell of radius r1. So this is a shell of radius r1 and this is uniformly charged with charge q1. Now another point charge q is placed at the center of the shell. So here at the center of the shell we have another charge q. Now if due to repulsion, let us say the shell expands from r1 to r2, the radius of the shell expands from r1 to r2, then find the work done by the electric force in this process. Now we know since both of them are positively charged, there will be a force of repulsion between them, and due to this repulsion the surface of the shell will expand, so its radius will increase from r1 and r2, and what we have to find out is the work done, the energy spent by this electric force of repulsion in this entire process. Now we can say that if we calculate the initial and final work done or initial and final energy, then we can find out the work done. So by repulsion force we can say that if the work done is W, then this work done will be equal to the difference of initial work done and final work done. Now the work done are equal to energy, so I can write initial energy of the system will be because of the self energy of Q, self energy of Q1 and the interaction energy between both of these charges. The self energy of Q plus self energy of Q1 plus interaction between Q1 and Q2. So if we directly write, since here we have only a point charge, so we have no method of finding SQ, so I'll write it just like this. SQ1 can be written by the formula KQ1 square upon 2R1, and the interaction energy between both the charges can be written by KQQ1 upon R1. Similarly, the final energy after the shell has expanded can be written again by the self energy of the point charge plus self energy of the charge q1, which will be again kq1 square upon 2, but this time the value of radius has changed from r1 to r2, so we'll write it like this, plus the interaction energy between the two charges, which will be kqq1 upon the new radius, which is r2. Now to find the net energy, we can do this. So if we subtract these two equations, then SQ will get cancelled out, and what we are left with is, by taking KQ1 square upon 2 common, this you can verify by doing it yourself. It's a simple subtraction. I hope you can easily do this. And out of this, it can be written as KQ1 square upon 2 plus KQQ1 and if we further take common, then KQ1 can be taken common outside, and what will be left inside will be Q1 upon 2 plus Q into 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2, and this will be your final expression of this problem.